I think this movie actually just made me dumber. I don't know how it did that, but wow. Hey everyone, welcome to another review, and here's my review for the movie Norm of the North. Yes, Norm of the North is an animated movie that came out in January, and my God, was this one of the worst piles of shit I have seen in a while. Like, this is probably the worst movie I've seen in quite some time. This is worse than any movie I have seen in 2015. Yes, a movie I just saw in January of 2016 is worse than Point Break, worse than Pixels, worse than Paul Blart 2, 50 Shades of Grey, Accidental Love. All those movies are better than Norm of the North. This movie is horrendous. This movie actually, believe it or not, made me dumber. The more and more I watched of this movie, I was getting more and more dumb and stupid, and brain cells were just dying when I was watching this movie. This is horrendous. This is one of the worst animated movies I have seen since Food Fight, and my God, that's saying a lot. This movie is god-awful. Yes, Norm of the North. Norm of the North is about a polar bear in the Arctic, and since the Arctic is getting too crowded and there's more tourists, he wants to leave the Arctic, and find his voice, he wants to find his talent, become a star. So he moves to New York City, of course, that's where everyone goes in kids' movies, and he wants to, find his itch in life and, accomplish something. And you know what? He's a cool polar bear, and, he loves to twerk and stuff. Oh my God, I can't even take myself seriously telling this story. Rob Schneider does the voice of the polar bear, Norm the polar bear, who loves to twerk, and, Heather Graham's in the movie too, and, oh my God, I don't know what to say about this movie other than it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, I have never suffered through an animated movie like this before since Food Fight, but at least Food Fight, I watched it on my computer and I took a couple breaks. I was in the movie theater. I couldn't take breaks. I couldn't pause the movie and, maybe go throw up in the bathroom and then come back, but I actually had to suffer through this, and this is god-awful, this movie. The story is undeniably stupid. The writing is really bad. The direction is non-existent, and these characters are god-awful, horribly written, annoyingly voiced characters, and the animation in this movie looks just freaking hideous. Like, it is bad animation. Like, they should fire every person who did the animation designs for this movie. Fire all of them. They all did a just god-awful job. Fire the writers, fire the director, fire the fucking studio who greenlit this stupid ass turd of a movie. There is nothing remotely good. There is nothing remotely happy about this movie. There's nothing remotely uplifting or heartwarming. There's nothing, even your children won't even like this movie. I saw this in a movie theater with children. Not a lot. I saw it with some adults and some kids. And the kids were even annoyed with this movie. I saw a family, a mother, a father, and a bunch of kids. They walked out of the theater because they were annoyed with this movie. No one could stand it. There was a guy falling asleep. There was kids, dozing off. There's people leaving the theater. Nobody was having fun with Norm of the North. Obviously, this movie is a 0%. A 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Nobody thinks this movie is remotely good because there's nothing remotely good about it. When you see this movie, you'll get infected and you don't know if you'll survive by the end, because I am seriously oh my God, I don't even want to go see animated movies anymore because this movie has downright terrified me. Don't worry, I'm going to see animated movies. There's a lot of animated movies coming out that look awesome and interesting, but holy shit, this movie scarred me. This movie is sticking with me for life because I've never had an experience at the movie theater like this. Holy shit. I don't know what to say about this movie other than don't see it, but clearly no one's going to see it. There's no possible reason why anyone would pay money to go see this movie. Yeah, I know I'm an idiot. I did it, but don't see it. Don't take your kids. Even if your kids see a preview of it and they're like, oh, that looks cool. It's a dancing polar bear. Don't fall for it. It's bad. Skip it. Do not see this movie. It's terrible. Anyways, scale 1 to 10, I'll give Norm of the North a 1 out of 10, obviously. So yeah, that was my review of the movie Norm of the North. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your least favorite animated movie of all time? Your least favorite. Comment below, let me know. This is up there with Food Fight. So yeah, Norm of the North, Food Fight, some of the worst animated movies I've ever seen. But what is your least favorite? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.